a very nice chap that works with Edward passed me this and said, you know, have a look at that. And he's right, it is absolutely delightful. But in the hand, I can tell you, these look super. I mean, they look better than they do on photographs. And I can tell you that even on a photograph, if it looks good and you think, hey, you know, that is a super looking watch, I can tell you in the hand, whatever your emotion and feeling is, it's better in the hand. It must be because a photograph only shows you 2 dimensions, so you don't really get to enjoy the depth of the dial and the 3D aspect, and you can't see the 3D movement, you know, the whole 3D aspect. It's something that you don't really see, you know, for example on this video, but in the flesh you do. And I imagine that that's the moment when you hold one of these watches, that's when you make the decision to buy the thing, because you can see that it's a piece of artwork. You can literally see the engineering that's gone into it, and the choice of materials. Now, the other thing that surprises me about this is the size. And one of the things I thought when I held it was the size is perfect, but I think that's a 42, but if I then later find out it's 40 millimeters, I could understand that. My wrist is about 7 inches, so but you can see it fits brilliant. Look at that. And for you G-Shock fans out there, I've got my MRG on today. There you go, Moser and MRG. Look at that, what a pair. In fact, that's a jolly good pair. Anyway, look at that, absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. What an exquisite, you know, piece of engineering. You know, it really is super. How lovely. That is absolutely, you know, I feel very privileged to be here. And once again, I have to thank Moser, because they invited me here. This is Watches and Wonders, day 2, and running up to the event, I was in email communication with Moser, and they said pop by. And I did, and I've had such a lovely experience. I'm very pleased and fascinated by Moser, and they are really becoming, you know, a favourite of mine as a brand. You know, before the watches, the brand. I mean, in front of me is Moser's CEO, Edward, and he's chatting to customers, and you know, he's just here, drinking coffee, chatting to customers, able to help anyone that walks into this room. And that's the CEO. How wonderful. In fact, if I just grab the camera, I can show you. There you go. There you go. And you know, I suppose this all contributes to you know, how great Watches and Wonders is. You know, it's a yearly event. It brings all these watch brands together. They're able to, you know, show off their new timepieces. But for me, I love seeing the stuff that they make anyway. You know, their whole catalogue. You know, of course, I love the new pieces, but you know, I'm equally as interested in seeing their older pieces, especially the Vanta Black. And I don't know if I might ask them if I can hold that, but I don't want to, because of the material, the Vanta Black material. You know, I don't want to hold it if I'm going to mark it, because then they have to clean it. Anyway, I'm sure that that's not a thing, but I just feel very privileged to be here and to be looking at these watches and showing them to you like this. Anyway, this is Moser, and they are certainly a king, that is for sure. Oh, and I also had to show you these And once again, in the flesh, when you're up close and personal with these timepieces, they do look and feel so much better. Often on digital impressions, on photographs, they look great, but I can tell you, these watches in real life, they always look, they look so much more. They really appear as pieces of artwork, pieces of mechanical artwork. And you've got this thing wrapped around your wrist, and it does provide a lot of pleasure and enjoyment. As you know, I like G-Shocks, and I like these also. What a lovely thing, and what a lovely experience to be here in Geneva with Moser. It's fantastic. This is a very, very nice experience to have.